When we think of being calm, we usually picture something peaceful, right? Kind of zen. But today, we're talking about a totally different kind of calm, the one that shows up right in the middle of a storm. It's the strange, deep quietness that, honestly, is so often misunderstood, not just by others, but sometimes by ourselves, too.
I want you to picture a room just falling apart. Maybe you don't even have to imagine it. You know that moment when chaos just erupts all around you? A screaming match, a crisis at work, one of those family dinners.
Everything just starts escalating. The volume cranks up, people are talking over each other, and the energy in the room gets frantic and sharp. And you can literally feel it, can't you? The pressure building in the air. It's so heavy, it feels like something is just about to break. And yet, right in the eye of that hurricane, there you are. Perfectly still. You're just watching it all happen, like you're watching a movie. But let's be real. This isn't peace. It's something else entirely. So this is the really crucial part. We have to reframe what that composure really is. Because what looks like incredible strength from the outside is so often a deeply learned survival mechanism on the inside. And that creates this massive gap between how it looks and how it feels. On the outside, people see maturity. They see strength. They might even praise you for being the calm one. But your internal reality? Well, that feels a lot more like numbness, like a profound detachment from everything and everyone around you. This isn't something you were just born with. Oh no. This is a skill you had to learn, moment by moment, in situations where reacting, showing any emotion at all, actually made things a lot worse. You learned that staying perfectly still was the only safe way through. So let's get into the why of it all, because what's happening here is actually a powerful story being told by your nervous system. There is a very real biological reason for this silence. The term for this is dissociative calm, and it's basically your body hitting the big red emergency button. It's not fight or flight. It's not about attacking or running away. It's about enduring. It mutes your emotions to stop you from being completely overwhelmed. At that moment, the goal is no longer to feel. It's simply to survive. And it's so important to understand the difference between this and healthy emotional regulation. See, regulation is an active choice. Your thinking brain is online, and you get to choose your response. Dissociative calm, though, that's an automatic, involuntary shutdown. Your body just detaches to protect you. At its core, that's the logic. It's this deep, instinctual wisdom in your body. It recognizes that a threat is just too big to process emotionally, so it simply turns the volume way, way down on your feelings. And it is so important to remember this. A lot of the people who are exceptionally calm in chaos today, they were once the most emotionally reactive kids. This quietness isn't your core identity, it's an adaptation. And this adaptation usually gets wired in through one of two main paths. Burnout, which taught your body that emotional effort just leads to total exhaustion. Or trauma, which taught your body that being emotionally open is just plain dangerous. Either way, the message to your nervous system was loud and clear. Showing less is safer. And you know what? That protective mechanism worked. It got you through. But the thing that protected you back then doesn't have to define you now. So let's talk about how to move from that automatic defense to a place of conscious choice. This is about transforming that calm from armor into agency.
Think of it like this. Armor is rigid, it's always on, and yeah, it keeps you safe, but it also keeps you kind of locked away from real connection, from real feeling. Agency, on the other hand, is flexible. It's the power to choose your response, to stay calm without having to shut down and lose yourself in the process.
And that really is the central question here, isn't it? What would it feel like if your calm wasn't just some automatic reflex, but a tool that you could consciously choose to use? That is the heart of building agency. So here are 4 steps you can start to practice. First, pause. Just notice that urge to withdraw and go numb when it starts to kick in. Second, check. And this one is the most critical part. Ask yourself, is it safe to feel right now, in this present moment? Not back then, but right now. Third, engage. Ground yourself, feel your feet on the floor, take a deep breath, anchor yourself right here. And finally, from that grounded place, you can choose. You can respond consciously instead of just defaulting to that old survival pattern. See, building this kind of agency is a process. It's all about honoring your past while you reclaim your present. It's about learning how to anchor yourself in a whole new way. The goal isn't to escape the waves of life or pretend the storm isn't happening. The goal is to build an internal anchor so strong, so deep, that all the chaos on the surface just can't pull you under. That's true calm. It's not an absence of feeling, it's an anchored presence.
And I really want to end by saying this directly to you. If this story resonates, if you built this quiet fortress around yourself because reacting just felt too dangerous, please, please know that your experience is valid. You are so understood. What you did was an incredible act of adaptation. It was pure survival. And the beautiful truth is, because you are so good at adapting, you now have the power to choose what that calm becomes next. Your story is far from over.